This is one of the most exceptional coins probably in U.S. history, to be real honest.
Hello, silver fans. This is T, and you're in the place to be for silver education, acquisition, and entertainment. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. All right, Russ, Mike, good to see you, man.
Always good to see you, too.
Merry Christmas, guys. And you've got something special to show me here. Russ was at the Coin Club last night, even describing it. He was like a kid at Christmas time with like a little gleam in his eye, like he had just received his first Red Ryder BB gun. Let's get straight to it, guys.
You can always tell when there's something that's really exceptional.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Russ gets excited.
I get very excited. And this is one of the most exceptional coins probably in U.S. history, to be real honest. This is the very, very famous ultra high, or also known as extremely high relief, $20 St. Gaudens gold piece. Not the one from 2009 that you can buy on the market for $100 over spot.
Okay.
An original one of 20, basically experimental pieces that is worth quite a bit of money.
Did you guys break into the Smithsonian or what?
I can neither confirm nor deny my whereabouts.
On those days.
This coin actually comes out of the Bass collection.
Mind if I take a
Please,
look at it?
guess.
Okay, let me show the viewers here. And yeah, give me the story.
So basically, starting at the beginning, the coin was originally made in 1907, and it was made at the behest of President Theodore Roosevelt, and that's because Theodore Roosevelt was really tired of our coinage, essentially. He wanted something better looking. He wanted something more traditional, more almost Romanesque. And so he tapped Augustus St. Gaudens, who's the preeminent sculptor of the day, to do these designs. And so this is what he came up with, is the St. Gaudens design. But they wanted to really experiment with it, and so they tried this extremely high relief. And when I say extremely high relief, I mean that thing pops off the coin. It is 3D in every sense of the word.
So 3D that you can't stack them.
Oh, that's right.
So the relief on this extends beyond the rim.
And so they did this relief in a really interesting way. They used a 150-ton metal press, which is much, much more pressure than a regular striking. They also struck them 9 times. And each time they would take the coin out of the coining chamber, they would dip it in acid, and then they would put it back on the dies and strike it again. So that is struck 9 separate times.
Heck of a process. How many of these are known to exist?
There's 20 that they believe to exist. There's 18 that are the whereabouts are known to this day. That particular piece is graded 69 out of 70, so it's damn near perfect.
Yeah.
There's another one that is also graded a 69. But what's really interesting about this is the pedigree. It was owned by Elias Berk. Elias Berk is the only person to ever complete an entire set of United States coin, every date and mint mark. It then was bought by Harry Bass, and this coin, if you've ever been to the American Numismatic Association Museum prior to this last year, you've seen this coin. It was in the A&A Museum in the Harry Bass collection. He was a collector.
Okay.
He was an oil man from Texas, and he was just a very prominent collector. And the coins belonged to his foundation, and the foundation loaned them to the A&A for quite a number of years. And now they sold that collection at auction, and they're doing good with that money, thankfully. It's going back to his foundation that helps at-risk kids in Houston. Harry Bass has been gone for a number of decades, but he's still doing good work with it. So
yeah, that's awesome. All right, guys.
And it's fitting that the coins wound up going back to people that will appreciate them and can use them.
This specific coin, where is it going and what's going to happen to it?
So we bought that coin at auction. We bought it for a very good client of ours. We paid a little over $4.3 million for it. and it will go into his collection, and he will enjoy it and hopefully be a good steward of it as he is with everything else he owns.
And this is another example of Harlan Berk and the way that we do business in placing very high-end coins into very high-end collections.
Let me just pan around. I just want to show my viewers that not only is the door locked on the outside, it's locked on the inside. In case I had any bright idea running right out the door with this, I think you guys would bolt over the counter and tackle me. But what an honor it is to hold a coin that's over $4 million in value like this. Man, oh man. Thanks for showing me, guys.
Of course.
Oh, that is insane, man.
What's really interesting about those is that they were basically, most of them were owned at one time by Charles Barber, who was the director. He was the
Not Charles Barkley.
Yeah, he was the mint director, and he supervised the striking of them. He hated them, and he hated Augustus St. Gaudens because he wanted to have the design for it. He
At the
hated
time, his design was on all the coins.
Yeah, I know.
All of them.
Coming up there.
Except for the cent and the nickel. So it's like the dime through dollar were all his designs.
and he was big mad that that
real
Roosevelt
ass about
brought
it.
somebody else in, because historically that had never happened. It had always been the mint director, it had always been the chief engraver that does the designs. And so by bringing in this artsy guy, and that was the thing. He's like, and he was right, because the Buffalo nickel is because of Theodore Roosevelt. The Standing Liberty quarter is because of Theodore Roosevelt. That's because of Roosevelt.
Well, but he's also right from the standpoint of, so Barber was a technician.
Well, that's what I was
His
getting
design,
to.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
No.
His designs, were very technically good.
And functional.
Right,
As
so they
opposed to coins you
struck
can't stack
well.
on each other.
They struck well on both sides. So the whole idea behind it is that, when you have a Barber coin, you can be pretty sure that the strike is going to be good on both sides. Die life is going to be extended. You're going to go through less materials. Now when you start putting the relief into these coins, all these new designs, if they're not as technically well done, you're going to go through more dyes, which means more steel, more furnace time, all of this stuff, and it's just a drain on the assets of the mint. That was one of the reasons why you got mad about it.
Well, thanks for showing not only the coin, but giving the backstory as well. Fascinating.
I like the backstory almost better than the coins sometimes.
Hey, special thank you to these channel members who support my efforts to bring you videos just like this one. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate your viewership. Now let me show you what I purchased. Most of these things will probably wind up in my auction. And by the way, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you're not currently a subscriber. All right, hey, I've got some other videos queued up that you might enjoy. Check them out. Click on the thumbnails.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Don we now our gay apparel.